Do you want to never solve a problem again? Become a symptom slayer. Always go ahead and try and attack and treat the symptoms. This is how our entire world works right now for the most part. Imagine if you had skin cancer and this caused your skin to become itchy. Well, instead of treating the underlying cause, the actual cancer, you just put itch cream, itch relief cream on the area and you just left it at that. You would never actually solve the problem and eventually you would die. This is quite literal for all the systems that we have going on with healthcare, with our money, with schooling. We keep treating the symptoms that are popping up instead of going after the root cause. This is on purpose, though. Look at all the media. Look at our politicians. Look at the things that they tell everyone to focus on. It's constantly the symptoms. The perfect example related to money is minimum wage. People say, oh, let's just raise minimum wage, and then the people who are making minimum wage, they can start keeping up with inflation better. Are you kidding me? This never works. This does not work at all. Wages don't keep up with the rate of inflation anyways, even the people who aren't making minimum wage. But the people who make minimum wage, it's never going to keep up. So you raise the wages of people making minimum wage. That means those people cost more to employ, and that raises the price of goods even more. That's never a solution. That's always raising pay to keep up with the rising price of goods. Always attacking the symptom. It's never attacking the root cause. It never addresses that the government just prints money constantly whenever they feel like it. And then the first people who are closest to the money printer, called the Cantillon effect, they're the first people to actually get the money. They spend it right away. They buy the investments. They buy the goods, the precious goods, the commodities. Those raise the prices, and then it trickles down to us. In almost any talk of raising wages to keep up with inflation is attacking the symptom. It's not treating the root cause. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't try and get more money and try and get a raise, but I'm just saying it is a zero-sum game in the end. Eventually, it can't keep up with the rate of inflation. It won't. There's a fancy phrase for this in business. It's called first-order thinking, and this is why Elon Musk is so successful, because he uses common sense, and he goes to the root of it to decide what is the root cause of things being so difficult, expensive, and inefficient to produce. And then he just addresses those things. You go back to the basics. That's why the basics are so important. And common sense is so important because common sense allows you to look at what is the root cause, the base of things that are occurring. What is the root cause of it? Without having that ability, if we don't develop that ability as a society, because some people, of course, do have this ability, but as a society overall, if we don't have this ability and we don't teach our children to have this ability, then these systems will eventually come crashing down with major ramifications.